Hello.
There we go. Unmuted.
Hey man.
Okay.
Okay. Sharing my screen with Google.
Yeah, I actually remembered what I'm doing wrong here. Yeah, range has 3 arguments. There's a shortcut way to say range, which is to use square brackets. But again, that's probably going too far.
I see.
Why are you
So
not?
this is
Hang on. You should be full screen, but you're not. Why?
I see.
Hang on. Let me do this. There we are.
What
Sorry.
if I switch to Windows?
Yeah, it's fine. It was probably on my side, but you're full screen now. We're good.
Okay.
Okay. So another way of this is one way of printing a range. I think you could just say instead of 3, 20, 2, you could say bracket 3:20:2 without the word range in front of it. But I mean, we're probably going too deep into this because you're not going to really use it. And so we can go back.
Okay.
So if you want, we can go back to your code. Now you could, if let's see if we know enough about lists now to do what we want. Or if you want, we could study more Python from W3 resources. It's up to you.
We could go back to the code.
Okay, let's do that.
I actually want to try to finish this. Then afterwards, like I'd be really interested to learn like the how like all of them. I'm gonna learn some. I'm definitely gonna learn as we code, but for me, like I'd like to go through it with you again in the future.
Sure.
To really understand how everything works from the inside out once it's done.
Okay. Good. Like I said, my goal is to help people learn. So it's great that you want to make this program, but to me, the more important part is that you learn as you do it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
you're recording this, right?
Yeah. I should be. Yeah. I am.
If possible, maybe you could send me the recording so I can like watch back.
Sure. Now I did say I reserve the right to stream. Do you mind if I put these recordings on YouTube?
Yeah, sure. No worries.
That's what I'll do. Let me make a note to do that actually, so I don't forget. Because I don't always put everything on YouTube. I put a lot of stuff on YouTube, but not everything. Hang on.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh, here. I was trying to get out of full screen mode so I could make a note.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Because my hope is if any of these sessions are useful to someone else, they're on YouTube. So if anyone wants them. Okay, let me go back to how do I go back to full screen now? Damn it. Hang on. Let's see. View full screen.
Problem.
Okay, we're back. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is print their inventory, right? So they can know what it is that they can remove. There might be a better way of doing that, but let's just stick with this for now. So now you have to ask them the question, which item do you want to remove?
So I would say name input. Do I say like name input item name? Because like to remove, right?
Yes. Okay. Good. And now we might as well check to see if name is equal to X, we'll just return out of this this sub menu.
Do I need to do it a second time or?
No, you can't actually do. Once you've returned, everything after that is ignored anyway. Okay, so now let's say they've entered the name. Now here's where it gets a little bit tricky. We know what the inventory looks like, but we have to loop through it to find a name that matches. So do you know how to loop through an array?
No.
Well, let's do some exercises on that then.
Okay.
No, I mean W3 schools.
W3 schools looping in the
Much,
array.
much better than I am at this. Okay. Actually, so I say list, loop through list because we're technically not using arrays, we're using lists, which is almost the same thing, but they're easier. Lists are easier than, excuse me, arrays.
List.
Yep. Yep.
Loop through the list item referring to the index number. I think this would be more useful, right? Because we can assign an index number to the different items like Snickers
Yes.
bar, all that.
I was going to actually suggest that, but I was worried it'd be too complicated because we're basically just giving them numbers that they didn't have. They don't have these numbers in the inventory file, but when we load them, they automatically get numbers because the order we load them in is the order they get their numbers in. So yes, this is what we want to do.
So if we do this, if we assign a index number beforehand to the JSON script with the list.
We don't actually need to do that. We can actually do that at the time that we call remove items. We can say, when we print out the inventory, instead of printing it just as inventory, we could say for I in range len inventory, and then print out each item and its number.
Okay.
So, okay. So this
so this just loops it? Oh.
Yeah, try this. Try print I, comma, in line 3, change it to print I, comma, this list I. Well, you need parentheses there, but okay. I, comma, this list, and then the bracket I. It's a bracket, actually. It's not a parentheses. Square bracket. It's an array. It's not really an array, but it's a pretend array. Okay, and parentheses, and now let's see what this does. Do you see how that works now?
Oh, okay. So it gives it an index number. It assigns it. Okay.
Yeah, it gives you the index number and what the item is. So that's really how we want to print your inventories. We don't want to print it we don't want to just print it out raw. We want to print each inventory item with a number in front of it so you can delete that number.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So if you want, we can go back to the code and print the inventory in a different way. So we get the numbers in front of it.
Okay. So how would that apply here? So I'm assuming this needs to load the inventory here.
I can't. What you're doing. It's frozen on.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to change the screen. Okay.
Still can't. There we go. So we would say now for I, it doesn't matter. I in range, len inventory is your list. So we can go ahead and hit return to get to the new. There we go. For I in, there we go, range. But instead of this list, we're going to say inventory because that is your list. Oh, no, get rid of that because we already have inventory is already defined. We don't need apple banana anymore. The whole line could go away. No, the whole line. We don't even need this list anymore. So now we will replace this list with inventory.
Do I put this up into line 28? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for range len inventory, And then, yep, it put an inventory. There you go. Inventory there also. And now let's go ahead and run it and actually see it in action just to make sure everything's still working. The hell? Oh, you make sure you're on machine, not on test one.
Yeah.
Okay. Access the admin panel. No passcode. Remove items.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
Oh, it lists everything.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted. That's what we want. Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know what the type drink price.
Okay. Sorry. Replace
see.
where you have line 24, where it says print inventory.
Okay.
Yeah, get rid of that line. We don't want to do that anymore.
Okay.
And instead, we want the whole line goes away. We're gonna replace it entirely. And now just go down where you have the 4i in inventory print. Lines 28 and 29 and bring them up to there. So we can now see the inventory. We're still going to make some more changes to it, but this is going to help us a lot.
Right here?
Well, no, we need to be inside the function remove items. Right, line 25, where you had the print statement earlier, that's where we're going to put it.
Oh, my bad. Above name.
Oh, yeah, before we get the input, we need to list the items before we ask them which one they want to remove. So right there.
Here.
Well,
sorry, line 24?
New line, but yes.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
Go ahead and
paste.
There we go. So now it's going to go through the inventory and it should hopefully print it with a number in front of each item. Let's see what happens.
Oh, so it listed in numbers, but it lists the right. Item's name, the types.
We don't want all of that, right? We just want the label, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after inventory I put dot label. I think that'll work. No, but outside the brackets, because we're looking at inventory I, and we want to take a piece of it called dot label. Now this I could be lowercase, same case as, okay, now let's see what this does.
Oh, that's interesting.
If it works, I could have the wrong syntax here. I didn't like it.
Let's see.
I think you have to do so inventory I bracket so yeah, inventory I no, down a little bit more where we were before. Inventory I
wait, where did I lost? Okay, here you go.
Okay. Get rid of the dot label and now put another bracket, open bracket.
Okay.
The word label in quotation marks, single quotes is fine. And if this doesn't work, we'll have to go and look at the actual freaking, oh, it doesn't like that, huh? There we go. If this doesn't work, we'll have to actually look at the
I just marked it so I don't lost track of it if it keeps refreshing. Because like I don't know why sometimes it scrolls. When I scroll, it gets really weird.
So if this doesn't work, we'll have to actually go look at the directions.
Oh, okay, it works.
There we go. So what this does is it takes the item of inventory and it pulls out just the label field.
Oh, I see. This is definitely so you print parentheses. What so this I, what does this I actually?
That I is the number.
The number, okay.
So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Inventory number. So it says number of inventory in the but only in the category of labels.
Right. It looks at the inventory I, which is a whole object, has a bunch of things in it, and it picks out just the label field.
I see.
So now we need to if someone actually wants to remove something, we need to actually remove it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be on line 29 after we've checked to see if they're going to type in X. If they're not typing in X, we actually need to start removing stuff. Now, unfortunately, I don't remember exactly how to remove an item from an array, so you might have to Google that. I think you can just do inventory.remove remove name, well, whatever, name. I guess it's going to be number now. But let's go ahead and look that up. Remove item from list. Python. There it is. So that lets you remove it by its name, but we want to remove it by its number, by its index, which is a little bit different because we don't want to put in the whole object name there.
Okay. But it's the same concept in a way, right? Or
It
do I
is.
need to find another line?
And unfortunately, it's a little bit different because the indexes are the numbers, and so we want to kind of do a little bit. We can't do it this way, unfortunately. We have to look at remove by index. So just, by index. It's the very first, Okay, actually, maybe, sorry, go back to the top. Maybe we just didn't read far enough on the very top one. So let's go to the second link, Python remove list items. Yeah, so this should give us both ways of doing it. Okay, so there's that.
Oh,
There,
okay.
yeah. So I didn't know you could do it that way. So pop, so if you want to remove the third item, if you want to remove cherry, what would you do? Yep, that should do it. Yep, fantastic. So now we just basically remove the item number that they typed in.
I see. So pop is what do you call this? Dot pop. What would the term for this be in Python?
It's a method, the method of the object this list.
I see.
And a method is a function.
Method. Okay.
But it's just
Pop.
called a method when it's related to an object. Just a way of saying it. Okay. So now we can go back to our code and get rid of this item. Line 22. There we go. Now there's going to be a little bit of a problem here. Okay.
This list, this should be like a input function here, right? For like the person to input what number it is.
Well, okay, let's go down to line 30.
Line 30.
And let's change this to item number because we're not going to ask them for the name anymore. We're going to ask them for the number.
Mm.
But still, we should say X to exit or 0 to exit if you want. I mean, it's up to you. There we go. Okay. And we should probably now not call it name because it's a silly thing to call a number. Let's just call it num or number or something. Okay. And remember to change it on line 31 too. No. Just number. We're just calling a variable right now. And then number there too. Okay, and this is actually not going to work, but for a good reason. So in line 33, we want to say inventory dot pop number.
Do I need a parenthesis?
Yes. Okay. And for right now, let's not write it back to the file. Let's just play with it in memory. So you can get rid of lines 23 to 25 because they don't actually do anything. Well, lines 23 to 25, but okay.
Yeah.
Those
23 and 25.
yeah, those guys, because we're not. So now let's run this. And what happens is if you list it, when you remove an item, it'll give you the list again, but this time with the item that you removed will be gone.
Okay. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remove items. Let's say Maggie Cup Tom Yum. Item number 9.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about this problem. The problem is input is going to be a string, and the word number is going to be a string, and you need to convert it from a string to an integer before you can actually use it. But after you've checked to see. So after line 28. So go ahead and hit
Before
it
or after return?
after. Now we can say number equals int parenthesis number. So this converts it from a string to an integer, and now that actually will work.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, so that's what it does. Okay, int converts.
It changes the type of the variable.
So this would be considered what, a float?
No, an integer now, because you've
Okay.
so it used to be.
I mean like before integer it was.
It was a string.
Oh, string. Okay, string to integer. Okay.
Yeah. So now it should actually work.
If I were to convert an integer to string, how would I do it?
You would just put str in front of it.
Oh, str.
I think either str or string, but I think it's actually str is convert something to a string.
Str.
So let's go ahead and remove 9.
Oh, it's gone. Okay.
Gone. But now notice the weird thing is the other ones get renumbered because obviously there's fewer of them. So that's kind of a weirdness. So you got to be a little bit careful if you're removing multiple items. You have to remember that the item number might change after you removed one of them.
How do you make the numbers fixed?
Well,
that's gonna be another one, tough one.
That's gonna be a little bit. So what you could do, okay? I mean, you can do it, but remember when we said inventory pop number? We would just replace inventory number with like null or something. We would just blank it out for the moment, and then so where we have line 30.
Okay.
So we would just say inventory bracket number. Instead of getting rid of it, we're just going to replace it. And then equals open brace, closed brace, the empty object. Okay, and now let's run it and see what happens. Oh shit.
What? Okay.
Hang on, it's.
Oh wait, let me do that again so we can see the code problem. Let's say number 8. It says line to remove items print. Wait. Unresolved reference.
That's we haven't written that part yet. That's not the problem that we just ran into. The problem is for some reason it would not let us change inventory number to blankness. That's probably, so just try this. Inventory number equals, oh, I know it's wrong. Because it tries to pull the label out of it. So just right now, put label colon none. I mean, we need to do something there. Basically, we need to change it to something that has a label because it's looking
Inside the braces?
yeah, inside the braces, label colon, and then the word probably none in quotation marks. And actually, probably that's fine. Yeah, none in quotation marks. You could put quotation marks around the label, but I don't think you have to. So now let's try it and see what happens. Yeah, this is getting a little bit uglier because we're assuming the label always exists. We could check for that actually. Shit.
Label is not
Okay,
defined.
sorry, put it in quotation marks. My bad.
Okay, all good. Let's see.
Yeah, it is. It is
Label.
technically. Yeah, sometimes Java. Oh, it's JavaScript that allows you to get away with not doing that. Sorry, Python doesn't. JavaScript will let you do it that way, but this isn't JavaScript.
Let's see. Ooh, that works.
Yeah, but it's still on the list now, so you actually have to remember to delete it later, but only after you're done removing all your items. So that's where we're gonna be a little bit careful there.
Maybe like instead of removing,
Just
because
replace
like
empty.
if we're because if we're simulating an actual vending machine, if we actually remove the stock from a certain number, it would be from a certain shelf, right? So technically be empty. So the system will just let the system label it as empty then. So that means like there's a vacant slot that we can fill
Well,
that.
so this is if the administrator is removing. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. So now we have that slot is now empty.
Yeah. Okay. We can just
So
update that.
we need to do a little bit more work to get that to work. But yeah, that's so yeah. So now with the numbers stay the same. So if you want to delete a bunch of stuff, now in theory you could take multiple items at one time, but that again is sort of a that makes it a little bit harder.
Okay.
So I mean, in theory, you could enter here like 4, 5, 6, and get rid of 3 things at a time, but that requires a little bit more work.
Yeah, I think I'm good with just this, just it to be called empty.
Okay, so now let's see if our add items works. We tested it before, right? It did work.
X to exit.
Well, it's capital X, but okay, that's fine. It exited all the way out.
Interesting.
Okay, so add an item, and then we'll add the item, and then we'll remove the item that we just added.
I forgot what I removed. Do I just
Tom Yum, I think, but doesn't matter.
Oop, what did I do? Oh,
Did you have an input cost price, or did you?
I actually pressed return twice. Okay, I gotta
well,
redo this.
Just testing, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh wait,
I think you meant to add items, not remove items.
yeah.
Oh, you were at the correct menu there, but okay.
Okay, works.
Oh, well, now go. Sorry, do X to exit. Let's try to remove that item. Let's make sure it got added and then just remove it again. So X to exit. Now try remove items. So there it is.
Ah. Oh,
And now you're rid of it.
cool.
Okay. So the next thing, we need to do more work on all of this because we haven't actually removed it. We've just replaced it with empty, and there's some issues here still, like where in this vending machine it is. By the way, I got a 10-minute warning, so in 10 minutes this will end, and we'll just stop for right now.
Okay.
So just when it goes off automatically. So now, do you want to do edit items?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Okay. And yep, while true, good. And now I think we just need lines 24 through 25 again, because we want to print the items again, because we want to know which item do you want to edit. Okay, good. And actually, I think line 26 will be the same too, which number you want. And line 27 and 28, because type X you want to return. And line 29. So we're actually almost, not line 30 though, yeah, because we're going to change it a little bit now.
Okay.
Oh. I think line 37 needs to be one to the left. Oh no, actually, sorry, you're fine. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh no, we need to be outside that. The print is only inside the for loop. So lines 36 and forward need to be unindented by 1.
36 and 34.
No.
36 and 35.
36 and the numbers after 36. So for I in range, you want to print, and then after you've printed everything, so one to delete, I think should, no, not delete, sorry. There you go. Whatever you did worked. Okay. So now, once they've chosen that number, we should print that out for them, the whole thing. So here I would say print inventory number.
Print inventory number.
Well, brackets. Those are parentheses. The square brackets.
I bet.
There we go. And now let's just see what this does before we go any further. Okay, and pick a number. Whoa.
I picked 11. Oh, it just loops back.
Oh shit. Hang on. Why does it do that? Oh, sorry. We need it actually does the right thing, but we need to put input just nothingness for right now. We just need a way to stop it. So hit return. And just say input and just nothingness, input empty string. We just need a way to stop it is all, because it's right now the while loop. No. Input is a function. So just input nothing, and we're going to ignore the result. So input empty string. There we go. No, empty string is just quote.
Okay.
There we go. So now run it, and it should stop after. The only thing we only need this because we needed to not keep looping after it's printed the inventory item.
Okay.
So 3.
Okay,
so,
it shows it.
Yeah, and now it should ask you, what do you want to change, right?
That's true.
So
how should I go about that? Let's see.
Well, just change the input you have there to input to what do you want to change? What field do you want to change?
This input right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna put four inputs then. Input label, input type, input price, input quantity.
Well, if you want to, you can do it that way, yes. Or you could just ask them, what if they only want to change one of those things? So you might just ask them, what field do you want to change? And then they could put in like label or price or quantity, and then you could ask them, what is the new value of quantity or label or price or whatever. It's up to you. If you want to make them go through, change the whole item, that's fine too.
I think the latter would be better, yeah. How you would say I input number? Oh, wait.
No, we already have the number, so it's new label. And that has to be in quotation marks. Okay. And so now what you could actually do here, a little bit clever, is to the left of the input new label, put inventory, bracket number, bracket, quotation mark, label, just like you have on line 35. Okay, end bracket and then equal sign. And so this will automatically replace the inventory's label with the new label that you type in.
Okay.
And then you probably want to do that for type, price, and quantity as well. Well, you've already changed the label, so I think now you want to do like the type, maybe. I don't know. It's up to you.
That was a typo.
Type typo. Equals input new type. Now, if you want, you can just test with these two, and you can see that you can now actually really change the type in the label. Yeah, or you can finish it up. It's up to you.
We can try it out.
Okay. So what do you want to call it now? Instead of Tom Yam, its new name is
I don't know. Curry.
okay. Its new type is, or it could stay the same if you want. Okay, now look at it again. Because now it says curry, right? Instead of yeah, you've changed it.
Okay, that's cool. All
Yeah.
right, all right.
So you just need to change the other whatever the other things are that you want changed.
Yeah.
And so that actually works. It actually does literally edit your items. Now, the only thing we're not doing is we're not writing back to the JSON file. We're just manipulating stuff in memory.
Yeah.
So we probably want to create a new function called write to file, write inventory to file. And that one will just write the inventory to it'll just do this dump thing. There you go. Cut and paste. Love it. Actually, I think, do you have a meal? Oh yeah, no, you don't have a meal field, do you? Your fields are labeled price and
Oh, my
quantity.
bad. Oh, my
Meal
bad.
is a value for type.
I copied it blindly. I blindly copied the value. I totally
Also,
forgot. I totally didn't even stop to think.
I think in your objects, though, I think you have lowercase price, because if you look, it says price for, and the price is lowercase.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that will make a difference, huh? Label,
Yeah.
type, price, quantity.
Yeah. You can still print it. No, you can print it as capital price. It doesn't matter. No, you can
Just
print
the
it
left.
anyway. Yeah, just the actual assignment, the actual variable has to be the the thing that you had before.
Okay.
Okay. And quantity, you also need to put a little Q there on the left-hand side to match what you have.